Hello, my name is Kate Sparks, and today I'm going to be doing my tribute speech to Guy Montag. Audience members will be Peyton Epler and Dylan Ashton. Just imagine what our world will be today without books. Books and other various forms of literature provide a foundation on which society builds our fundamentals of knowledge. Without books, we would be lost and mentally vulnerable to other people who may have a higher level of education. In Ray Bradbury's book, Fahrenheit 451, Guy Montag, with the help of others, saves precious novels and articles from the raging fires set by the firemen. Guy Montag is considered a hero in society because of his curiosity and willpower to save the history of literature. I have thoroughly read, typed numerous essays, and conducted in-depth research on the award-winning book Fahrenheit 451. Today, I will explain Guy Montag's background and the setting in the book, justify the reason as to why Guy is a hero with his accomplishments, and I will tell you what I learned from his actions. First, I will explain the background and setting from which Guy Montag comes from. In Ray Bradbury's book, the story is set upon a world filled with futuristic technology and mind-controlled chaos. The story takes place in a city somewhere in the United States, and we know that it's set somewhere in the United States because of the reference to the other major cities throughout the U.S. In the story, society's education is limited by the government because they control and make the books illegal. But not only are the books illegal, but the government has created pointless televised programs that consume the minds of individuals everywhere to keep the generation and public entertained. The firemen have run out of fires to extinguish due to the advancements in safety, so they are now appointed to burning and exterminating books. Guy Montag was a fireman himself, but he was curious and searched for an answer as to why people were always burning books. Guy was not content with the idea of being in the unknown. He wanted to search for answers, and he was learning the truths of the world that he was living in. His curiosity is what initiated the path to saving books and the world of knowledge as we know it. Now that I have given a brief explanation on the background of Guy Montag, I will tell you the accomplishments that he achieved in his time. Guy spent countless hours and even risked his life to attempt to save books for the good of mankind. In the article, Who is the Hero of Fahrenheit 451, Katie states that Montag is a hero for what he stands up for and what he believes in, while others just stand by and watch the injustice of society. He can teach us that this one act is what really makes a hero instead of some guy flying around in tights trying to fight monsters. Montag hid books and evaded the authorities, putting himself in serious danger, and that takes a lot of guts. At the end of the novel, Guy found a group of outcasts in the same predicament that he was in. They too had respect and curiosity for literature. In an effort to fight back against the government, Montag and this group started their own rebellion. His accomplishments in saving literature would go on to help people many years into the future. Guy Montag isn't a hero for fighting crime. He's a hero because he stood up for what is right and what he believed in. From discussing Montag's accomplishments and this heroic debut, I can tell you what I will take from his lessons. Montag taught me several things. I learned that being a hero does not mean that you have to fight crime and do away with the bad guys like in most novels and stories today. I learned that the curiosity isn't such a bad thing, even if Montag's situation. Different things interest different people all over the world, and that is what makes us all unique in our own ways. Lastly, I learned that it's not okay to become addicted to the world of entertainment. Within the novel, people in that time were highly obsessed with the amusement of large TV screens and catchy commercials and other stuff. People in the book hardly associated with each other. We as people need to socialize with each other, challenge our thinking ability, and learn what we can, because in the end, it will make us a better person. Now let's do a recap of what I have discussed. I told you about Guy Montag's background. I talked about his heroic achievements throughout the novel, and I explained what I have learned from Montag. Being a hero can mean that you're just standing up for what you believe in and what you believe is right. I encourage you all to take up for what you think is right and learn and experience as much as you possibly can. Just as Ray Bradbury wrote, stuff your eyes with wonder and live as if you dropped dead in 10 seconds and see the world because it is more fantastic and more beautiful than any dream made or paid for in factories.